Good morning from a very wet and overcast day in East Yorkshire. Just an update on the Flames of War and a general update, to be fair. The eagle eye will spot with these figures and what's in front of you that I am now back home. I had to leave the holiday home a week early. I was suffering horrendously from a bladder infection, and I needed to get home to see the GP to get some antibiotics. I'm pleased to report that the antibiotics, I'm 2.5 days into the course, and it's relieved the pain and the agony by about 75% already, so I'm well on the way to being mended. But it did mean that the American Civil War battle I was fighting, the affair at Beccarelli Farm, has had to go into hibernation because I'll not be returning to the summer place now until at the end of March next year. So, but it's still laid out, it's still there, and I can pick it up when I get back. But for now, I realised I hadn't really done much of an update on the Flames of War. You saw me unbox the Fury box set, and I put some music together to show you the models laid out on the battlefield. I had a little practice battle pushing things around. As you can see, from left to right, you get a Tiger, you get a Stug for the Germans, you get an M10 tank destroyer, a 76mm Sherman and a 75 Sherman, and they're great to push around. Well, I also, of course, got Hit the Beach. Now, with Hit the Beach, for the Germans, you get 3 Panzer IVs and 2 Pak 40s. The Americans get a lot more Shermans, as you can see, 3 76s and 6 75s. So, as I come out, that is a fair bit of armour for both sides to play with. You've seen the Colours of War book, and I told you I was getting the D-Day American and the D-Day German source books, so that I didn't have to ask silly questions and I can see what units make up what, etc., and also have the correct colours. This project will, of course, run alongside my Forever project, and next month, which is only a day away now because we're right at the end of September, middle of October, begins the Tabletop Commanders Paint and Chats, the retro one where we go back to what we did a few years ago, and we all paint along, painting our projects. We do it live on air basically, and we get on with our projects, 3 or 4 people on screen at a time, and hopefully that should work well, and I'm looking forward to it. So this will run alongside the Ancients project and 1 or 2 other little odds and ends that I have planned to do. So I'll stop the video here because there are some more things for the Flames of War project that I need to show you. Right, you'll remember from a previous video in the series I showed that I'd got some more reinforcements. I'd added a 3rd Panzer Grenadier platoon plus command with a Hanomag to the German forces, and a rifle company consisting of 2 platoons for the US. I'm going to build them up as standard US Army. You can build them as Rangers or a glider landing company, but I just want some standard GI Joes, so I'm going to have 2 platoons of US GIs. At the same time, I didn't show you may have seen a sneak peek of this if you watched Curtis's paint-alongs. It was very brief teaser, and most of you will probably have missed it, but About a month ago, at the same time, I also got, I've come out a bit, these two boxes. The American Starter Force and the German Starter Force. The German Starter Force is the Tank Hunter unit. If I turn them over, they're not built or anything, these yet. If I turn them over so you can see what's in, I'll start with the American. Hopefully, come out a bit so you can read it. You can see everything there that comes in the set. So we've got 3 Sherman 76s, 2 Sherman 75s. So the Sherman force continues to grow. We've got 3 M5 Stuart light tanks, 4 more M10s. We've got 3 M7 Priest 105mm mobile artillery. And we've got some more infantry, plus its unit leader, and 5 half-tracks, the M3s. So that should really boost up my American forces and give me, I think, pretty much everything I need. Obviously I can't beef up the Americans without beefing up the Germans. So I wanted the original starter set, but man, they're out of stock everywhere. So what I did was I went for the Tank Hunter starter set instead, which is fine. It's got a good range of equipment in it, as you'll see. We'll do if I get it right. We've got 2 Whirlwind A tanks, 5 Panzer 470s, 3 Hetzer with 70.5mm gun, assault guns, 4 10.5cm howitzers, and 2 88 AA guns, or anti-tank guns if you wish, the good old 88. There's also a squad of half-tracks. I can add that to the one I've already got, and then we'll get some Panzer Grenadier infantry. This is still in its shrink wrap. The only reason the Americans isn't in its shrink wrap is because I opened the box because the actual box, the outer box that came with, was really badly damaged in the corner, and it was, but fortunately the part where it was damaged was the empty end of, these were both in a box, and it was the empty edge of a box what was damaged. So there was not, these weren't there, so that's good. That was a long-winded way of saying it arrived in perfect condition, but I feared the worst, but it was fine. So that is the state of play at the moment with Flames of War. That's my latest update. The next time you see any of these, it should be me starting to actually paint, prime and paint these figures. I shall start with probably some tanks. I'm going to move on to that rifle company. I'm keen to get some American standard GIs done, and I think that will be the perfect box to start with, to get them off the sprues, tidy them up, clean them up, work out the basing for them, and do it that way. Do a few of the tanks, get my eye in there. I've got a few ideas of what I want to do with the tanks. Some with black under primer, some with white primer, because I want to try contrast paints on them, and you've got to have a white base to do that. So I'll probably do a Sherman each, one with Vallejo, one with contrast paints. See which comes out best, well, what I think comes out best, and go with that. So a lot of experimentation, a lot of trial and error. It won't all go right, I know that, but that's not a problem. And so hopefully I'll see you on the next update when you start to see some actual work being carried out on these figures. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.